Hi, mine's Phil. I like talking about politics, and in this video I'd like to discuss a crucial question that Liz Truss needs to answer, and that is, how is she going to flip from her current position of no, not really going to help people manage the energy price increases to actually doing way more than she's currently suggesting without the inevitable accusations of a U-turn, or worse still, having lied to her own party members. But first, if you'd like to be notified of daily news and politics, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification icon. So here's the situation. On the one hand, Liz Truss is saying that she is against handouts to help with the upcoming massive increase in energy bills. She says that the way to help people is by pushing through her plans for tax cuts. But her plans are worthless. As Labour have recently pointed out, her plans would save people on low incomes about £1 a week, but their energy bills are going up £57 a week. That's not the way to help them, in all seriousness, is it? You know, people on decent incomes, they're not going to like this gratuitous energy bill rise, because it is a gratuitous energy bill rise that corporate greed is serving them. They won't like it, but they'll cope. But the people facing impossible decisions are those on low incomes. Truss's tax cut plans make things worse for those on low incomes. Also, because, like they say, it's going to save people on those incomes £1 a week. Think about what they're going to lose in public services. Also, she's talking about cutting national insurance. That won't help pensioners at all, the very people Conservatives depend upon for votes. So Truss's stated plan is not at all sustainable once she becomes Prime Minister. Not feasible remotely, either economically or politically. She's going to have to change it. And what's more, I'm certain she knows it. What she's saying right now is purely designed to win her the support of Tory party members. A tiny fraction of a percent of the voters she needs to appeal to in order to win the next election. So once she becomes Prime Minister, it's as clear as day that she will abandon her current campaign stance. But she's not going to have much time. Like, you might think if this was a position she'll have to change in, say, a year's time, she can subtly steer it off course over that year. No, she's going to have to act almost immediately. This will make it look like she either didn't understand the issues during the campaign itself, or worse still, that she lied to her own party about what she would do about it. She needs a way of massively changing her position in a way that, say, makes out that she's just reacting to new information. Oh, well, based on the information that was known at the time, this was absolutely my position and it was the correct position. Now that this new information's come to light, of course I have to change what I would do about it. And reading an article in The Guardian, maybe she's showing her hand. Because it was buried in an article about how Boris Johnson is saying that the government, which remember is his government, aren't doing enough to help with the crisis. That's what he's actually saying now. Now that he's going, oh yeah, absolutely, oh yeah, we're not doing enough, oh yeah, the stuff we've put in place, absolutely not enough, no. And how his successor is absolutely going to have to do much more. But in amongst this article was a paragraph with a quote from Theresa Coffey. Now, she is currently the Work and Pensions Minister, but she's a strong supporter of Liz Truss, will absolutely be acting as one of her agents. And she said that the energy bills are not going to be going up anywhere near as much as the independent analysis is suggesting. Now, I found this interesting. So far, nobody has questioned the fact that energy bills are set to massively increase. Nobody anywhere on the political spectrum, nowhere, anywhere in the media, doesn't matter whether it's the far right media, centre, left, doesn't matter. No one's questioned these forecasts. There is a little bit of disagreement as to exactly how much it's going to go up. No one's getting it. No one's saying the right on to the exact pound, but nobody's seriously thinking we're about to take anything less than a 200% increase compared to what the bills were last year. And I was thinking, is this how Liz Truss aims to put in place a level of support that she considers unwise during a leadership contest, but will be absolutely essential if she wishes to remain Prime Minister into 2025 and beyond? And you can sort of see the way it might work. So She says that her information is that the bills will rise, but nowhere near as much as these random people in the media are suggesting. That's absolute fantasy. In theory, she would have the power to make this appraisal a reality. She could simply tell the energy companies, no, you're not putting your prices up. Or at least to limit it severely. But she won't do this. It's what Gordon Brown, who's working with the current Labour leadership on policy strategy, has been calling loudly for the past week. Truss has slammed Brown's plans, so it seems unlikely that she intends to allow herself to look foolish by adopting these measures. But I may bring up something similar to that in a video planned for tomorrow. But the point is that I do not believe that Truss intends to force energy companies to rein in their price increases, or at least not very much, if at all. I also do not believe that the independent analysis, which is forecasting massive price increases this autumn and hasn't been questioned by any in the media or across politics, is going to be as far off the mark as Theresa Coffey is now suggested. So does this mean that Liz Truss is going to publicly pretend to do nothing, but make sure that her Chancellor gets plans in place, just in case, on the quiet like? Then, when the new prices are announced, sweeps into action, claiming that this was most unexpected, even though it was widely reported for months beforehand. But it nonetheless still means she can immediately announce measures that will sound pretty good until, like the last emergency budget, people read the details. It will certainly not help those most in need, but it will almost certainly be what Truss thinks is the minimum needed to keep target voters on side. She may also claim that when she discussed her position in August, it was based on advice that she'd been given that the energy prices wouldn't be that high. If it's pointed out to her that others were warning of this, she could say, it looks like the advice I was given was a little bit wrong, doesn't it? And she could just evaluate where she gets advice from in the future. Now, this is speculation on my part. That being said, there's absolutely no doubt at all that she will have to change her current policy on this. And if she is laying the groundwork for doing so in a way that she can most easily justify to the people that she's currently lying to in her party, then it does suggest she is a strategic thinker. Or at the very least appreciates the need for political strategy and is taking the advice of those who are. Time will tell, of course, but those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Hope you found the video interesting. If you did, please click the like button. And if you'd like to support the channel further, the join button for memberships. And until next time, I'll see you later.